down with the underground. I'm down with the underground. I'm down with the underground.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? UBA Real Talk coming at you one more time. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about this week. We have a lot to talk about. We just had Last Man Standing, and the Last Man Standing just happened to be an independent bowler, soon to be re-rated.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know that's what we do in UBA,
yeah,
right? You come in here, bowl good, and you win, you gotta get re-rated. I'm just kidding. That's a topic for another show. But JP Bonilla, independent bowler. Hey, listen, the guy came in with a 160 plus average, shot 200, 2-0, didn't shoot crazy 230s, 240s, but shot 2-0 to lead. All right, after 4, and then he kept it in the 200s. He kept it in the 200s.
He beat pretty much everyone in the match, with the exception of the finals scratch.
Okay.
So it's, he, in that defense, he did bowl. He bowled well. But when you're getting 72 pins in the game, man, it is. You're able to make a few mistakes.
You can relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting 72 pins a game, and you can relax. You can go Jersey.
Well, he's a righty, so a lefty, so.
Lefty, well, Jersey, Brooklyn,
whatever they want to call it.
When you're at the other side of the park, it's the same thing for lefties and righties.
But
see, when you don't bowl much, you don't know these things. All right? Am I wrong, lefties? Right?
But when you're in Jersey, it's not called Jersey, it's called Brooklyn.
When I'm in Jersey, it's called Jersey.
He's not exactly.
When I'm in Brooklyn, it's called Jersey. When I'm in Jersey, it's called Jersey. If you hit the opposite pocket of your hand, it's Jersey.
But here's what I will say.
If the people in Jersey want to call it Brooklyn, that's their business. I'm not mad at them. Everybody I bowl with calls it Jersey, right?
You can buy his book in stores now. It's called Paul Rodriguez Knows It All.
Paul Rodriguez goes Jersey.
Goes Jersey.
Coming soon.
Coming
soon to a store near you. But getting back to JP Bonilla. JP Bonilla, congratulations.
Absolutely.
Last man standing.
Big shout out also to Nico Rivera.
Yeah.
I have the finals. He had an
International
outstanding qualifier. I believe he shot 8 and change, 8-14 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he had a great play.
He was on your pair,
actually. He was on my pair and throwing the ball phenomenal. I'm gonna give a little baby shout out to my man Fabian for going 288 game 1.
And then get knocked out of all the brackets game 2.
And then and the bracket started game 2, and I think he went 149 or
157. Yeah. Hey, listen, I can't speak. I did the same thing.
No, but he's known for that. I mean, I'm not giving you a hard time, but he's known for stretching himself out by 100 pins in tournaments. That 260, 160, in this case 280, 140, and 50. I mean, it is what it is.
It happens.
But listen, that was Last Man Standing, UBA. It was a great tournament, a great turnout. We had the building sold out.
Going back to something I said last week, though. Great turnout, great everything. Amazing how many 230, 240 bowlers show up to a handicap tournament, man. Woo! That's all I'm gonna say.
Very true, very true. A lot of very good bowlers, a lot of 220 plus bowlers in the building.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see that.
That's right.
Maybe a UBA qualifier so you can continue to bowl against better bowlers.
Listen, you guys don't want to hear me say it anymore. Show up to a scratch event. That's all. I'm gonna keep saying it every time I see a handicap event with 230, 240 bowlers showing up. I mean, that's insane. You're coming there for 9 pins. Come on.
Listen, if I go 59 across, I'm better than
JP.
I'm better than the 160 guy. I'm just saying, if you go 59 across, you're better than the 160 guy who gets 70 pins. That's 230 width, and I'm looking at it as I could average 230 for a day. I mean, that's how some of the scratch bowlers are looking at it. I mean, it is what it is. What are you gonna do? Hopefully, our next scratch event, we'll have a lot better turnout.
I think it was just released. I think it's in Burlington.
Yeah.
Yep, Burlington. Yeah. So hopefully 8-game marathon.
8-game marathon. I think it's a little different. No step ladder. No step ladder format. Top 3 get added to the list. Top 3, 8 games. Top 3 get 8, 9, and 10 spot. The 8, 9, and 10 spot on
But also,
on the World Championship qualifiers.
I do want to give a big shout out to Robert Hansen from the Bombers for
Okay.
winning the last one. You know,
Yeah.
he worked his way. You know, he bowled well. It was definitely a good tournament. Like I said, not a great turnout, but still respect to him. You know, and he's going to be.
He's on the list.
He's on the list. I don't remember who he's bowling first, but you know, we'll see him
Soon.
soon.
Yes. Okay. Now,
Not my favorite part of the day.
after Last Man Standing, we had some featured matches of the day. Not necessarily on the World Championship qualifier list, but people with aspirations of getting on the list against people who used to be on the list and people who want to be on the list. We had two great matches.
Those couldn't have been any better, those two matches.
Both matches went game 7, and they went to the 7th game in two totally different ways.
Absolutely.
You know, we'll start with the ladies. Ladies first.
Well, before we start talking
No, ladies first. Ladies first. We had Nikki Van Gordon against Robin Bushini, Rack City. I'm gonna give you all kind of love today, Robin, because
we couldn't find any crow.
I couldn't find any crow. I'm eating crow today.
But I'll give him a chicken wing.
I'm eating crow today because
you said
I said Robin was gonna get mopped.
mopped, and
I
you
did.
actually said the day of when we were doing our pre-match interviews,
Crow was pretty good.
possibly calling it in 4. You said that Nikki would sweep Robin.
I didn't think that.
Well, I'm pretty sure I have it on the video that you did. All right,
We'll check the video.
One of all. Go to the
I don't
video.
remember saying until we get sweat. I said,
Well,
I thought you,
I know
I
Danielle
thought
heard you say it.
Did that?
Yeah, because Danielle.
Well, if Danielle heard it, that happened.
Yeah,
Danielle
heard it. So,
And
listen, that match was absolutely unbelievable.
I'm eating crow.
Robin goes up 3-0. Looking to have the match well in hand. Nikki, being the great bowler that she is, very well composed.
You came back?
She came back for, wins game 4, wins game 5, wins game 6. Robin disappears for a second to run to the bedroom. Because I've never seen someone drink so much water in my life. I think
Really?
She went through like 7 bottles of water in a 7-game series. Came back, she was composed.
She got her Willie Beeman on.
Yeah, she really
She got her Willie Beeman on.
She came in, and it came down to literally the 10th frame. She needed the first one, and she did what she had to do. She closed out the match, and it's good for me.
Listen, that was a great match. I even told Robin this the day of. I said, listen, I'm proud of you. All right, you showed me a lot. I mean, I knew you were a good bowler. However, I just at the time felt that Nikki was a better bowler. Hats off to Nikki for showing a lot of heart, a lot of courage. She came back down 3-zip. You could easily be like, why win a game or two just to lose eventually anyway?
Right.
But she took it one game at a time. She won those games. It went to game 7, and both ladies showed what they were made of, and they showed that the talent pool in the UBA is not strictly on the man's side.
No.
There are a lot of very good women bowlers in the UBA, and it was showcased on Saturday.
She actually she messaged me later on that evening and basically wanted to thank everyone in the UBA for showcasing her. She was like, she felt very appreciated that people are watching, that they're noticing, and absolutely, again, Nikki, unbelievable job. You guys traveled very well. Strike City was definitely in the building, very loud. Obviously, your husband behind you supporting TJ was getting loud, and it was really a great match. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was fun to watch.
And on the man's side, we had another great 7-game match.
Yeah.
I mean,
who thought that was going to happen?
Who thought that the man's match was going to go 7 games? Who thought for a second? I didn't.
It did look like it was going to, the way it started.
Who thought for a minute that John Benitez was gonna take Brian Zizek to 7 games?
And in my opinion, it should have been over in 6. And here's Here's
where it gets interesting.
Here's where it gets interesting.
Here's where it gets interesting.
John, you know I love you. You know what I'm saying? I've known you for years.
However, it's a good thing we had people nearby that knew the Heimlich.
Well, I'm not going to say, listen, did he choke? Absolutely. But as I've told him, and I've told you earlier, where he made his mistake was, he did exactly what we did not think he could do, was get into Brian Zizek's head. He had Brian on the ropes. You know, he was talking shit, he was doing salsa on the line.
Yeah.
He had him. And then he lost his focus, because up 3-2, and Zizek basically handing you the match with, I think, what did he have, 160, 171?
The Black Cloud
Zizek had 171 in the ninth, if I'm not mistaken. Something to that effect.
Well, actually, the way it went was, I believe Zizek left 7-10. Witten got one pin to finish up his 10th frame. He had 200 on the nose. Okay? John Benitez had 171 in the ninth. And was 3 strikes away. Ironically enough, on the anniversary of Brian Zizek throwing 3 strikes to beat Jason Belmonte, here we had John Benitez, someone who's been clamoring that he wants to be considered one of the next level of bowlers. He wants to be on that level. He thinks he's as good as the Zizeks and the Cavaneros and the Shannons, and maybe not quite Pepe, but he thinks he belongs there. He was in a position with everything, not everything going his way, but he was in a position that any bowler worth their salt wants to be in. Your opponent's done. All they can do is sit there. There's no defensive bowler. All they can do is sit there and watch you bowl your 10th frame. And the man needed 3 strikes in the 10th to win by a pin. I was borderline impressed because the first strike, the first ball in the 10th, manhandled the pocket. Bah! And people behind him like, yo, he might do it.
Listen, you know,
I didn't think so.
I'm filming the ladies match and I'm watching and I'm like, wait a second, you know, I didn't realize how close it was.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, I was betting on Zizek anyway. It's no shame in my game. Everyone knows that. But
better make up your money.
I actually said to somebody, and this is not a stab at John at all. I actually said to somebody, I don't think he got it in him. Right before he threw the ball, I don't think he got it in him. And I said, but you know what? If he throws this one, if he throws this strike here, like wow, like he's really showing me something. And he threw the next ball, and he showed me something.
Showed you a big 4.
He showed me a big 4.
Yeah. But here's my thing.
Oh my goodness.
Now, I brought something to your attention earlier that not many people realize.
Okay, what is that?
While Brian is bowling his 10th frame, instead of JB being behind the lane, watching, staying focused, what does the man decide to do? He decides that this is ESPN, and he's going to go to Gordon Pepper and do an in-game interview. Okay? And I'm watching him from the ladies' pair, watching him do this, and I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, you done did it again. I was like, you took yourself out of this game mentally again. You cannot, under any circumstances, against a guy like Brian Zizek, take your foot off the gas once. You give him an opening, he will take it. John needed to close that out in 6. There is no one that realistically thought once you gave Brian a shot at 7, that Brian was going to not take advantage of it.
And he did. And he did. I don't have any numbers for you because I don't think it was that close.
I mean, we could check him, but it's the landscape. He was demoralized.
Once it went to game 7, you kind of knew it was like, yeah, this one's pretty much over.
Yeah,
this one's pretty much over. But you know what, John, I bust your chops a lot. I'm gonna give you your props, man. You did something that nobody thought you could do, that nobody believed you could do, and that was take Brian Zizek to 7 games. So I'm going to give you your props for about 30 seconds. and then I'm gonna take him right away because we stuck around. Although on camera we agreed to bowl at Van Ness, and that match is still on, pending a time and date. I will be bowling John Benitez at Van Ness Lanes. That was the.
Was that the I Quit match?
That was the. Yeah, that was the. Yeah, if you lose, you got to go. Nobody's gonna quit bowling. I kind of was joking. I said, if you lose to me, you got to quit. But nobody's gonna quit. But we love the sport. We win, we lose. Nobody's gonna quit. You would. Oh please. That's another match I got to set up now. I told these bums to stop calling me out.
I told you.
I'm tired of that. Listen, dude, get your average. I'm gonna tell you like I told. Same thing I told Josh Mallon. Get a 2 in front of your average.
I don't need
for
it
for a couple of years.
I like people like you.
Say no more.
I don't need a 1. I don't need a 2 in my average to beat you.
All right. There you go. There you go. Like I said, I got bigger fish to fry.
Well,
speaking of fish,
Hollywood.
How is Hollywood doing?
He's doing good. You know, we were supposed to bowl Sunday, but unfortunately fell out. But my boy's doing all right. He's doing good. Hopefully,
he's doing really good when he bowls you.
He's only bowled me once, but yeah, I mean, if that's the case,
but that was one time. That was a one-time thing.
It was a one-time thing,
okay.
But I mean, then if that's the case, then I have a Rodriguez fish because I have your money in my pocket. So it's. I mean,
we've never bowled.
Well,
I'm sorry, pot money. We included in a pot game.
UBA.
We won a couple of pot games.
If it's a pot game and his money's in it, does that mean his money's in my pocket? Yes, it does. So,
I think everyone in UBA will agree with me that there is a big difference between pot bowling, league bowling, and getting on an island one-on-one and handling your business. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I handle my business.
That's all I'm gonna say. Exactly. You beat up one. You beat up one. You got to beat up on Josh Mallon, right? We had 2 matches, 2 non-featured matches after Last Man Standing. After
the dark matches.
The dark matches.
They literally turned into a dark match.
He bowled against Josh Malik, best 3 out of 5. I don't know how much you guys were bowling for.
It's numbers aren't
irrelevant.
Yeah, numbers.
Yeah. And I stuck around, and Mr. Benitez was still in the building, and he agreed to bowl me. Finally, best 3 out of 5 for a couple of bucks. One of us got swept, and the other one doesn't have a TV show right now.
Doing? Benitez. I just finished having one of the best matches of my UBA life, going against Brian Isaac. I hope I give everybody a good show that day. I mean, everybody said I was going to lose 4 in a row, and I went 7. Yeah, I had him. But, hopefully the next time I go against him, it'll be a different outcome. But a great match. A very great match. Brian, you're a hell of a guy. My next issue over here is Paul Rodriguez. You want to challenge somebody thinking that you are my level. I don't think you're ready for me. I mean, you win a little pot game and you made it out to be, more than you're supposed to. Put it that way. If you feel that that's going to motivate you for the next time you're going to face me, put it this way: I am going to mop you. I am going to mop you before games in my house. You're coming into my backyard. I'm letting all the dogs out, but you're the only dog that's going to get stuck in the porch. I'm going to chain you up. Matter of fact, I'm going to do something even better. I'm going to do a classic walk down on you, and you can take that to the bank. UBA all day.
I'm just saying.
You're doing the math.
I'm just saying. Exactly. So now this kind of makes this Van Ness match even more exciting, because for anybody who ever thought that I couldn't beat him at all, now I've actually done it. And I will give him his props, because a few years ago in North Carolina, he likes to remind me of this, because I was still in 90 at the time. He likes to remind me of, but I beat up on you in North Carolina. I'm like, dude, you've been 220 whatever for years. And you still talking about when you beat me in North Carolina 3 years ago? But I feel like I redeemed myself by sweeping him after Last Man Standing. So now, in his eyes, we're tied. 1-1.
Rubber match.
Now we got a rubber match coming. Van Ness Lanes, me, John Benitez. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Because now maybe, after I beat him in his house, and it's going to be a little better, but we do 4 out of 7 now, right? Those matches, all those matches at Van Ness are going to be 4 out of 7. We'll be on the undercard. We'll be the little guys.
We'll get into that event a little bit later on.
Okay.
Okay. We'll get into that.
Yeah, because they're going to be, once we set the date, there are going to be a lot of matches going on this particular day we're talking about. And me and Mr. Benitez will just be one of the undercard matches that people will be able to come and preview and cheer me on, because ain't nobody cheering for Benitez.
They're going to cheer you on in his house?
Yes, listen, I will bring people with me. The people will be there.
Classic walkers, you got it.
Classic walk down.
Oh, I thought you walkers. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, listen. Somebody got to represent the old guys, right? Somebody's got to represent us older gentlemen. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a commercial break right here, and then we'll be right back with a lot more of UBA Real Talk.
Buddy's Pro Shop. Videos by bowlers for bowlers.